Give them a shot to do what?
And welcome to the Divide Give Us a Shot Network podcast that you could hear everywhere, including iHeartMedia, Fox Sports Radio, and all that other jazz. I'm Mike Powers. I'm here with my buddy Alex Treschler. I'll never get it right, I swear. Dude, I tell you this all the time. I'm so excited when I go to these shows, and I learn something every time.
Yeah.
You know, but also after the show, I don't know if it's the meta algorithms or whatever, I'm hit with targeted posts of people either reposting you're on other people's platforms. It's just amazing. And my new favorite thing is, and this is really the Philly Show crew that does this, but really showing you the reality of the hobby as well. Because it's not as easy as people make it seem.
No, not at
like
all.
everybody likes to show you your wins. It's kind of like gambling with that aspect, where everybody likes to show you your wins, but they don't show you how many packs they actually ripped.
Yeah, it's like you need to go out into the dumpster and see all the mountains of packs that are all open and be like, you only got one good card out of there? Like, what's happening?
So you've been in front and center of guys like Gronk throwing footballs or spiking footballs into the crowd, Tom Brady. This day is a little different, and it's because we have movie sports icons in the house.
Like, I was just saying, it's like a crush that I had growing up, right? You have the Mighty Ducks cast and the Sandlot cast back in the back. Like, I mean, these are iconic sports movies.
Yeah, it's unreal. It's unreal. And like you said, it was like I also like Pete and Pete. So,
so you got
like it's like
it's just so much because these child actors gone on to do other other things as child actors, but then more when they became adults.
Yeah. Have you gotten to interact with any of them yet?
I did a little bit. So
Okay.
I've been in a couple shows with the Sandlot cast, never the Mighty Ducks cast and everything, and then even Rudy, the actual movie was based off him. He's chilling in the back signing. He's getting ready to actually while we're here gonna be signing over here.
That's unreal.
It's really cool because it's more of like we know these characters off of the movie.
Yeah.
And so many people wouldn't understand. Like, hold on a second, they didn't actually. Like, that's not those characters. Like, that's they played those characters and everything, but they're just actors. And talking to them about how that shaped their life, right? And how much are they known by the Sandlot? Like, they're going around everywhere because
Dude, it's nuts. And you know what's weird, like with like current players, and I think once they retire, it wears off a little bit. But like for some reason, like I know I'm a lot older than Aaron Judge, but I consider him like a god, right? Like so, like I think of him as older, wiser, stronger, bigger, and he's 2 of the 4, but he's not younger. So like him. I want to know how it is when the cast of Sandlot goes up to him and he's like, yo, dude, that 4th of July scene changed my life. Because I know it changed mine. And I assume anybody who loves the game, regardless of your age, whether you're a young 6-year-old or 60-year-old, you've seen the Sandlot. So
100%. Like it, you can talk to so many people about, what are the best sports movies of all time.
Yeah.
The Sandlot's in contention with some of the greats.
Dude, it's unreal, and I love it so much. It's so baseball. It's so summer, and like it's really like I think we're the last generation that grew up like that.
Yeah, like we actually. That's what we did.
Rode bikes,
rode bikes without helmets, and what we did. We played wiffle ball and stuff at like a local little park or whatever.
Right.
We would cork our wiffle ball bats, right?
Yeah.
We figure out the different ways to cork them with different things, and then we'd be using these rubber balls, and we'd have like our big green monster over in the side of where the park was and stuff, and we'd just be cranking home runs, and these are little things that we would do growing up.
So I know I'll see you around your birthday, which is December, because we have the show. But I want to invite you to something, and it's kind of breaking news. November 15th, my team and Zach Clayton and his team, MTV, are going to play in the first ever Powers Ball.
Oh.
It's a wiffle ball.
Oh my
You
gosh.
can't say wiffle ball, but it's
Yeah.
it's a wiffle-like experience
Yeah.
at Six Flags Great Adventure, a place I worked at with the rest of the Give Us a Shot Network boys when we were 14, 15, 16 years old at the Batman Stunt Show Arena.
What? That's
So
very
yeah,
cool.
and he's bringing his Jersey Shore cast, a little bit of other people. I'm bringing the guys I know, whether it's iHeartMedia personality and former Major League Baseball players and stuff like that. So we're gonna hash it out, raise money for charity. But yeah, man, if you want to be there, it'd be amazing.
I could be a part of it.
Yeah.
Am I gonna be on the squad? Am I
Yeah, I just recruited you.
Recruit me. I'm in. I'm in. Count this up. I gotta get the recording. Get this. We'll put it on ink. This is sick. Yeah, we'll have to talk after this.
Yeah, heck yeah, man.
I can
So
get up there.
it's part of Six Flags Grateful November. So it's a play on Great Adventure, Grateful November, and they're gonna pick a charity every week. So I also told them about you and everything with military and everything you're doing, even with the sensory rooms at the National.
Yes.
And just your complete essence of merging this hobby into veterans and just everything you do, because you're a good guy. So I was like, if you do anything with the military, please let me know. Also, I want to have Germ there, who's in North Carolina right now, but he's a firefighter and veteran. And we were fortunate enough to see him on 9/11, Mets Phillies, and we were able to give him a championship belt courtesy of Trophy Smack.
That's
so
awesome.
It was cool, dude.
Yeah.
It's got like an AI version of him and his equipment with fire coming off
that's
it.
sick.
Yeah, dude, it's been crazy. But I also said I feel like if I closed my eyes for a second, we were in the TikTok studios at the National not even like 5 seconds ago. It just it was a blur, man.
That week you start up. I mean, I got there Tuesday, like early Tuesday, and left Sunday night, and was just nonstop. And it was every little thing. Like I got to go to the White Sox Stadium for the first time because every time I go to places, I try to hit up a game and everything. What's wild is I've never been to the Phillies Stadium,
dude. So yeah, we'll talk off the air. I don't want to get you in trouble for your job. But yeah, maybe I could bug you here on Sunday. But yo, so speaking of the week and everything we got going on here, what are you excited for at this Philly show, this September Philly show?
We're celebrating the 50 years of this show.
Amen.
Right, and it's seeing the nostalgia, seeing the, I like going around and talking to the vendors that have been setting up there's some that set up for the 50 years. They're still coming back, or maybe they've handed it over to their younger generation and they're continuing on with, the family business and stuff. But it's seen, I tell everyone, this show is unlike so many. I go to I was just in Anaheim, California a month ago at a show out there. I was in Myrtle Beach, of course. I was everywhere. This show is by far fan-based, die-hard. It's just wild. It's either a sea of green, a sea of maroon. It's like whatever team is happening, for you guys, and it's just you come out in droves, and I love to see the passion.
Dude, Philly fans are unlike any other. They're passionate. They love the different generations, different years and championships, and they celebrate them all. It's remarkable. John Kruk will be here tomorrow.
Yep.
I actually had the pleasure of playing golf with him. I don't know if I ever showed you that video.
No, you didn't. But the funny thing is, John Kruk grew up 20 minutes from my house. So hopefully I'm going to try to get to talk with him and everything.
Awesome.
I got some Nardwuar type of stuff that, that he's going to blow his mind. Like, how do you know this stuff? He played his high school played baseball. He played against my team, my high school team and everything.
Dude.
Like, he went to school same time my dad did. My dad's actually played golf with him, too. It's wild.
Yeah.
And everything. So it's going to be very interesting. Hopefully I get I'll probably be able to talk to Crookie a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
I hope so, and I'll share a video. I was at the Swingin' and Ding It Fox Sports, the Gambler Open, benefiting the Magical Mila Foundation. That's a long title, but it's the end is important. That's why I'm going to say the whole thing, the Magical Mila Foundation. But I was partnered with Kruk. We're on a par 3. I was struggling the first couple holes. Hit one right on the green. I pimped it. I backed. I go over the divot box and roll over. It gets worse. It's on video. It's on video. So I tried to get a picture of it to get somebody to get Johnny to sign it for me. But I just want him to be like, hey, do you remember golfing with this yo-yo? Yeah, he's our buddy. So it was a great he was so annoyed I'm a Mets fan, so he took all my driver covers off that were Mets and threw them in the trash. He was a good dude, and I asked him, was there anything? So he doesn't like backflips. He told me that, and I was like, is there anything that your generation did that the generation before you didn't like? He goes, steroids. So he's a funny dude. Dude, there's so many people here. It's great to see all the faces. Shout outs to Christy for always keeping us all together. We're a part of the Christy tree.
Yeah.
That's what I like to call it. And, I'm always here anytime. So, dude, thank you for joining me for this first segment. Hopefully I'll get your ear and you tell me how your night's going. But go out there, get some content.
Yes.
I'm going to be right back. We have an amazing guy, an artist named Andy Friedman, I believe. He's a musician. Looks like a cowboy. Friedman. Dude, the funniest thing is it's a stick. I don't know if you know this. Like, anytime in my show, like, I can't pronounce anybody's name. Like,
well, you did. You started off with mine.
Yeah. So it's hilarious. So, like, I'm always scared when somebody's like, you want to rip some packs? And I'm like, is this a good one?
That's like Rudy. I don't want to say his name wrong.
Right.
His last name wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Rudy.
Yeah, just Rudy. Yeah. So I will be back with just Andy. This is just Alex, and we'll keep it here. We're live from the Philly show. This is Mike Powers from the Divide Live. We'll be right back.
Nice.
All right, and welcome back to the Divide Live on the iHeartMedia podcast. You can find us on Give Us a Shot Network, our brand, but also on Fox Sports Radio. I am Mike Powers, and I'm live from the Philly show. This is an amazing, amazing day one of the Philly show, and I've already met a guy that, not only did I buy some iconic artwork, but cards that mean so much to me. And that's Andy Friedman. Andy, thank you for being on the show.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. Of course. So you are a unique individual. Like, from your artwork, you're a musician. Am I right by that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you worked doing cartoon art
I've been cartooning, and they get published in the New Yorker. I've been doing that for like 20 years.
So now
under two different names.
That's unreal.
Yeah.
So you're that's wild.
I also did. I was a caricaturist.
Okay.
So I drew celebrities, cartoon portraits of celebrities, or I should say, cultural luminaries. Politicians, movie stars, athletes, for every magazine and newspaper you could think of. I did that for 20 years.
So now, the last few years, you've been doing something incredible with Topps.
Yeah,
and it keeps
so much
growing and growing and growing. Do you mind telling our audience what that is, how it started?
Yeah. No, I don't mind at all.
Yeah,
It'd
let's
be
go.
my pleasure. Well, Topps, I was obviously honored that they invited me to participate in Project 70 to help celebrate their 70th anniversary and the legacy of Topps. They reached out to artists all around the world to reimagine the most iconic paintings in the Topps archive. And obviously, wow, thank you. What an opportunity. But I said, don't forget your legacy is also like a 1979 Lee Mazzilli or like the 89 Lloyd McClendon, and I'd love to paint those. And they liked that idea so much, they said, well, how about we just give you your own set? So that is Spotlight 70. It was a 100-card set of basically cards people wouldn't probably buy for a nickel, but they made 101 versions of them, foil versions of them. When it first came out, there are no comps.
Right.
The print count was pretty low. So over the winter, they started commanding some pretty good, numbers. And then by the time the second set came out, it sold out in 3 days. The first set didn't sell half the stock in 30 days, so it really caught on. The third set, I said, well, what if we, people were really looking for the original paintings that I used to create the Topps cards. Yeah, I like to call it Type 1 art. People understand Type 1 photos. This is Type 1 art. So for the third set, which came out last summer, I said, why don't we put the art in the boxes so that collectors can rip a box and get an original painting in the pack. And so they all have checklist numbers. So it's the first time in Topps' history that they released a complete set of paintings with checklist numbers authenticity seal and a signature.
Yeah, I had goosebumps going through the cases and all your artwork, and obviously I'm a Mets fan. Everybody in Philadelphia knows that, hilariously. So I'm like, oh my God, this is my this is my childhood right here. Darryl Strawberry, Pete Alonso, love him. Doc Gooden. So the turn back the clock, Doc. This is insane, guys. Just so you could see this. So I went with the black and white, 1 of 49. What is the difference between the art when it's black and white and color? Like, is there a different run, or is that?
They're numbered. The base cards aren't numbered.
Okay.
The variants or the parallels are numbered. There are 49 black and whites of each card.
It's awesome.
There are 75 with the spotlight logo up in the top corner. Each card has a gold foil 1 of 1.
Wow.
And each card comes as the original painting. And so, my argument is that the original painting ought to be looked at as more precious than a superfractor.
Yeah.
Superfractors are amazing, but these are like handmade paintings. So, this is slowly starting to catch on, the idea that a card company like Topps can actually issue paintings.
So I was the only guy who preferred to have Todd Hundley over Mike Piazza.
Yeah.
I will now say, as a 40-year-old man, I was wrong, but I love Todd. Todd was the only guy in Shea, besides Doc and maybe Brett Saberhagen, that really made you want to go to the park, especially after Hojo was sent to Colorado. So
I painted Hojo in the new set.
Oh, no.
Yeah, 86 Hojo where he's picking up the ground ball. Yeah, you could see it on the wall.
Bro, I'm going to be broke. Oh, my God. No, this is the worst interview I've not.
But it's funny. I grew up a Mets fan because
Okay.
I'm from New York. But
Nice.
I grew up. I spent my summers in the Poconos, the local broadcast for the Phillies. So when I opened my eyes to baseball in '86, you got the
Okay.
Mets and Schmidt was MVP.
Mhm.
And so I grew up the opposite of you,
Ah.
a Met fan whose favorite player was Schmidt.
Okay.
So I was like obsessed. I wanted to live in Philadelphia when I was a kid. I
Yeah.
was obsessed with Philadelphia because of Schmidt.
I got to interview Hojo a few years back. Man, I've never been nervous interviewing anybody.
Was he your favorite player?
He was by far my favorite
Yeah,
player.
he was great.
And then that's why Pete was number 20.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, I gotta like Pete.
Right.
Also, like Keith Hernandez taught me how to play first base. That was my
Yeah.
position of choice.
Good teacher.
Yeah. Oh, well, not like
No,
by
I know.
emulating him. He didn't
Yeah,
come to
yeah.
my house and go,
No, by
hey,
example.
pretty boy. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
What was this? A Seinfeld thing. But look, the coolest thing, and my buddy Alex, he pointed it out, the rated Wookiee. Where did you come up with that? I also want to go down that Shoebox Treasures, right? That's what it's called.
Shoebox Treasures is the new top set.
Okay.
Yeah, the rated Wookiee is
Was
just
from-
there's just a painting. No, that wasn't issued. That's just
Oh.
a painting
Okay,
that I made.
that's amazing.
And
Yeah.
I have the majority of stuff at my booth is Topps product,
Okay.
original paintings, but I also have a whole bunch of paintings that doesn't get turned into card, that doesn't get reproduced by anybody. They're just my paintings. And the fact that those are in slabs and they weren't pulled from packs and they have no checklist number is sort of
Impressive.
groundbreaking in itself. The rated Wookiee I painted, it's like 22 by 38. It's like huge painting, but I made a promo card. I made like 100 promo cards with, my information on the
Yeah.
back. And I just thought it would be fun to do an 86 Donruss Chewbacca rated Wookiee. And I'm thinking, there's no way that I thought of that. So I go on Google and I'm looking, there's nothing on rated Wookiee. I guess I coined that term.
That
so
is unreal.
So
Let me
what you're
put that
seeing
on a
there,
t-shirt ASAP.
Yeah.
ASAP.
rated Wookiee.
Yeah, I'm just saying that means
pretty good.
Yeah, that's a niche Star Wars, but collectibles like that. So I also noticed, like, you had Batman, you had so the original Batman, the movie, right? Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Just it's tremendous. Do you have a favorite piece?
A favorite piece that I painted?
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, these are really special to me. I painted this when I was 12.
That's on.
I mean, I didn't even paint it. I drew it with magic marker
Right.
on the front and back of an index card. And, last in Spotlight 2, which came out in 23, it's turned into a card.
Wow.
So it's really special for a painting I made when I was 12 to, get turned into an actual Topps card. But there's 3 that I painted when I was 12 in that set that turned into a Topps card. I painted the 1970, 1971 Thurman Munson.
Mhm.
It was turned into a card, and I painted myself as a prospect on the Pittsburgh Pirates in an 86 Topps border. I struck out every at bat in Little League, had an awful season, and I just kind of maybe to like boost my own ego, I drew my own baseball card. Like
That's-
someday I'll be, and so the fact that that was turned into a card in that set was
Yeah.
that's also really, really special.
No, yeah, that's, and the fact that you're working and getting to draw for Tops, but also for drawing, icons and legends that you grew up liking, is pretty, it's unbelievable stuff. I want to go backwards. Project 70 was one of my favorite things. I have like the Pete Alonso, like with all the polar bears
bear.
around him,
Right.
the leash, like him screaming like a polar bear. He's like half. There was one that like kind of looked like like a horror Pete Alonso like mashup of him.
Yeah.
What and I also got some docs, a few others. Dude, it was so much fun to
It
wait
was
for
a-
those in the mail.
Yeah, that was
Well,
really fun. It was
yeah.
a big moment for Topps too to be reaching out to artists and doing that.
No,
That opened up a lot of doors,
No.
that this was born from, and then this has opened up a lot of doors. So the fact that Topps is doing this with, with art and
Yeah.
with artists is bigger than just the trading card hobby, that
Yes.
world. It's
Yeah.
a cultural moment as I see it.
it really
I mean,
is.
My favorite painter was Norman Rockwell when I was a kid, not only because he mastered the old masters, which is techniques and, that I wanted to master, but he was able to reach mainstream America through the mechanically reproduced printed image on the cover of the Saturday Evening Post. And I always just thought that was amazing that a painter could be in a studio making paintings and, touching the hearts of Americans in their living room or at the kitchen table,
No.
rather than saying, come to my exhibit, in Chelsea in New York City. So this is like a lifetime dream of mine, to paint baseball cards, but also to have my art mechanically reproduced and distributed around the world in the
Amen.
form of trading cards.
Yeah.
That's to
It's-
me, that's it.
It's funny. I for my 40th, we went to Alaska, and like obviously every cruise ship has like the famous artwork and like that gallery, and they invite you there, and they give you like champagne and stuff. But this is elevating not only the card industry but the art industry at the same time, and they're kind of like you said, mashing up. So
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
It's good. The card thing allows a democratization of collectability too.
Yeah.
A kid can come to the table and spend $5 for a base card, and then a collector can buy the original painting for a lot more.
Yeah.
It's not just about selling a painting to one person for $1 billion.
Yeah.
It allows people many chances in.
Amen.
You
Amen.
know?
And it's still unique. Like I said, that's why I went with the Darryl black and white, because I couldn't. I mean, some of those numbers go high up there. I was scared.
Some of them go high.
So,
Well, hey, supply and demand, I guess.
It really is. So I was like, how do I get out of here alive? And every time I looked at a different case, there was another icon from my childhood. So you shared something. I don't know if you're allowed to share it on the air, but it had to do with number 42, the man, Jackie Robinson.
Mhm.
You want to share that with our
Yeah, I
audience?
could share anything. I mean, look, the new set, 2025 Topps Shoebox Treasures. It was dropped, was it last week, 2 weeks ago?
amazing.
It sold out real quick in minutes. And the big chase in that set, just like the last set, all 140 original paintings that I painted, the same size as a card, are going to be found in those boxes as one-on-one case hits.
Wow.
This one painting that I made is the painting of the Jackie Mantle miscut, and I painted it to look, miscut.
Yeah.
That is the only card that is not also
Reproduced.
So there is no card of it. It's just a painting with a checklist number issued by Topps, and only one collector is going to get it.
That's unreal.
There's not
man.
going to be a black and white. There's not going to be a logo. There's not going to be glossy. Not one-on-one foil.
That is crazy.
So
That
yeah,
is-
it's going to be fun.
and it's perfect too because of who it is, right? Like it's an icon in itself. It's
Yeah.
that's awesome. And just looking at the original artwork, and you let me hold one, and I was shaking, just not like it's so cool, man. And the fact that you were able to get them rated. I know you have a couple other pieces here. Is that an Otani? Is that what I'm looking at?
I do have an Otani in the case,
Okay,
but
who's
this is a Freddie Freeman.
Ah.
I brought this because this is, look, I mean, the miscut is interesting. Yeah, Jackie and its mantle, but I also got a lot of pleasure out of painting essentially like a mistake card. 'cause it's
Okay.
miscut, and turning it into something that's like correct. You know, a painting of a miscut card. That's almost like a commentary on the whole thing. But I do that a lot. In the first set, I did a tribute to the 1988 hand-cut box bottom John Kruk. And I had Topps tip it down. It's off-centered. And you could see the black border, like, when you used to cut out the bottom of a box.
Wow.
So it's probably the only card in history to, like, be intentionally printed off-centered, which means if you get it centered, it's off-centered.
Yeah.
I like doing stuff like that. So with this one, like painting a refractor, like that is thrilling. It's Freddie Freeman, and that's cool. But I like painting the illusion. So when I brought in the original, the Topps people at Topps were, bending it, turning it in the light because they
thought it was
well, there was they knew it was a watercolor painting, but it was a great compliment to be twisting their hand.
I mean, this Alonso one, I thought for sure that it was a real, like, I thought this was a real card,
right?
Like refractor, foil, something, like it just
everything could be painted,
It's
I mean,
unreal.
look, I mean, Monet paints the light, right? Like that he sees and that he feels. I mean, these cards for me are like landscape paintings. They're evocative. They bring back memories, emotions. So, above the subject matter, there's an undercurrent running in all these that I think we all share, because a lot of people stop dead in their tracks when they see a certain painting, like let's say the 79 Lee Mazzilli, which isn't necessarily a card you're going to see on the table.
I love it, though.
And it stops them in their tracks, like, oh, it brings back memories, and all that stuff. So if I didn't care about the card and painted it, I don't know, people might not stop in their tracks because they wouldn't grab them. There's nothing evocative about it. So I like painting, my response to, what I'm seeing. Like
I personally got excited because, like, now I'm not knocking photography, but like this takes time, man. And even to reprint this and really look at what it is, it's so unique. It's so much fun. Like I said, I was a huge fan of Project 70. So I'm glad that you're keeping this alive, and other artists are joining forces and doing other stuff. Is there anything you haven't been able to produce for Topps that you wish you can or will?
The next set, the one after that, the one after that.
Well played. I love it, man. Andy, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Where can everybody find you?
Right, I'm sitting right here.
Is there a social? Or
you can go to Sunday Friedman on Instagram.
Okay.
And that's spelled like fried man, Fried, and then andyfriedman.net.
Let's go.
.com is some lawyer from Florida, so I had to settle with net. But you could find me in those two places, and you see where I'm going. I'm doing a show a month, traveling all around the country. I started my music up again.
Yeah,
so
somebody told me you're nasty on the
stage. I got a show at Jalopy Theater in Red Hook, Brooklyn on Saturday, October 4th, and that's Bleecker Trading Presents.
Nice.
And they're going to issue physical, custom-designed, event-exclusive tickets. And the first 25 tickets are going to be limited numbered to 25 variants.
Right.
And then we're going to have a free ticket signing after the event. And I believe, I can't confirm, but any day we'll get confirmation that one of the grading companies that we all love and respect is likely to be there to authenticate the signatures. So that's kind of a fun thing.
Let's go, Andy. That's awesome. You said the magic word, so I'm sure the guys in the back right now and our listeners are cracking up. But I like to tell our audience that I'm originally from Brooklyn. I am a Brooklyn boy. Sunset Park, moved over to Shore Road. And when my buddy Ty got married, we hung out in Red Hook. Had basketball under the Brooklyn Bridge. In Red Hook, God, it was amazing. Like, it was just so much fun, a beautiful environment. People had their doors unlocked, dogs are just being walked around. So man, I wish I could be at that event. That would be a cool time. But I wish you nothing but the best. I can't wait to see you again at another one of these shows. Keep it going, man. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. This is the Divide Live on Fox Sports Radio. All right, we are back. Welcome to the Divide Live. Return of the Mac, baby.
I'm back.
You're back, baby. This is so awesome because I freaked out a little bit. We were about to sit down, and I was like, wait, I have something for you in my car.
You had a panic.
Yeah, I did. You were like, oh, I'm out of here. but in all seriousness, man, you're making awesome, Mac. You're making awesome content. You always do. First day I met you, we walked around here with like $100 and tried to make it go the furthest it could. It didn't work. But you're a realist in the hobby. Like, and what I mean by that is you're sharing the actual odds of you getting what you see some people pulling and going viral in the hobby, but you're like showing, well, one, if you're going to spend $50 in retail, the odds of you getting some of those pulls may be a little bit.
Yeah, a little, not quite as good. Not quite as good.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, everyone likes that dopamine hit from time to time.
Oh,
You
so
know,
great.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like completely like anti-ripping or anything. I'll rip something too. But like, I'm mostly 90s basketball cards. So
Yeah.
for me, like, if I want to go rip 90s basketball packs, they're super expensive at this point.
Yeah.
So it's just like, sometimes I'll go to Walmart, Target, rip something. You never know.
Love it. I love it. Me and my daughter, we do it nonstop. I have a rule. We knock on both sides because that's what my grandma taught me. So shout out to Nanny Cope, R.I.P. But in all seriousness, yeah, man. So when I'm in Target now and I'm buying, I think about, well, the odds are less, the odds are that. So I bought this in hopes that we would have this moment,
To rip.
rip it together, and lose a ton of money.
Lose
so,
a ton. Or maybe this is the big hit.
You never know.
You never know.
You never
don't
know.
know how this play out.
so it retails at $50. So what do you think the odds, like our dollar amount, that would likely be in there?
Oh, we're gonna get $3 worth of cards out of this thing for sure, for sure. Should I start opening or is
yeah,
that for
let's
later?
go.
What do
No, yeah.
So yeah, I think to one of the things you said too, it's so there's something called pack odds that the card companies publish. They tell you for certain like inserts they put in packs, what are the pack odds of actually pulling that card, and then you think about like how many players are on the checklist, so you can actually kind of figure out really how many packs you'd have to open, something like how rare something really is.
Gotcha.
And it's that has a lot to do with the value of a card. And when we're ripping retail you usually have worse pack odds, and now it's this pressure for me to actually be able to open this without a cutter. But something like this, I just have really low expectations on. But I
Yeah.
think you go in more for the fun of doing it.
Yeah.
And it's like then you expecting to get much out of it.
I agree. When I'm in Target, the wife has Starbucks. My daughter's looking at surprise toys and Pokemon cards, and I'm like, I'm gonna get some.
You gotta get
packs.
something. You gotta
Yeah,
get
I
something.
gotta get something for Dad.
So
but
we
yeah,
got a
man.
good stack of cards here.
Yeah, not bad.
You
Not
want to
bad.
kick it off?
I'll kick it off.
So I am admittedly not a huge baseball guy. So
Yeah, that's all right.
I don't know a ton of the baseball players,
Uh-huh.
but for something like this, so you're going to be looking for like numbered different
Right.
colored parallels, like serial number cards. Watch you pull something crazy.
Feels heavy.
It feels heavy.
It feels heavy. I'm
This would
like
be
already
incredible.
shaking.
We don't have any sleeves and top loaders to protect the cards.
Amateur
If
hour.
you pull something,
Oh,
incredible-
Paul
You get a
Skeens.
Paul
Now we
Skeens.
get him. Now we get him.
All right, so there's usually going to be a chrome card in there, which you got right there.
Bo Walker.
Don't know anything
I got
about Bo.
two.
You get 2 chrome cards.
Nick Kurtz.
He's a big name.
He is a big name.
He's a big. I don't know a lot about baseball, but I know he's a big name.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad. 2 chrome cards in there. No numbered cards. So I know you're all over card shows, hobby shows. What are you excited for this weekend?
So I think it all one of my favorite things about shows is the people I get to see, because a
too.
lot of my card friends, I've got some in Richmond, but a lot of them I don't get to see very often. So it's
No.
shows like this, but the big regional ones like Philly, you see people from all over the East Coast making the trip in and just
Yeah.
being with them. And some people call it's kind of a family reunion.
It really
it's kind
is,
of what
yeah.
it feels like.
And you guys are all awesome, and it's so much fun to see. And this one's a little unique. I wasn't expecting Rudy.
Rudy.
Sandlot, and the Mighty Ducks to be in the back when I walked in. I
That-
was like, okay.
I
Yeah.
appreciate when we get some of the old movie casts on, here to do autographs and stuff. That's always a fun one. I didn't get
Anything?
No,
Nothing?
nothing good. Nothing good. We're looking for autographs too. Maybe there's an sneaky autograph hiding in one of these packs, but
Are you one of the guys that take from the front, or do you find one in the back when you're in a retail setting or in a hobby
I
setting?
know for me, no matter which one I take, it's nothing good.
I
That's
got-
just my luck.
Got a Trey Turner in the back over here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nothing good comes from these hands.
Got a Zazaka rookie, but not numbered.
looking for names I recognize.
Another first Bowman.
Few in
Connor
there.
Teal.
There's gonna be I think one color card in here, one serial number.
Okay.
I have a feeling.
All right.
We've got two
We got a-
packs left.
So far, like you said, we're up to $3. No, I'm just
Three,
kidding.
maybe two.
Maybe
Maybe
two.
only two.
Thank you, brother.
I think we got a
Cheers.
Doesn't feel like it's gonna be interesting, but we're gonna
Yeah,
give
feels
it a shot.
light. Yeah, gotta give it a shot.
I
Shout outs to
appreciate
Give
you
It a
letting
Shot
me rip
Network.
this with you.
Yo, dude, I was so excited because I appreciate your content because Connor.
Oh, I
Nardi.
got one. I got a
Oh,
Mojo too. So these are
yeah,
Mojo.
Arena.
That's cool.
Arena. Oh, my whole pack is, bro. Have you seen that much? Oh, yours
Oh,
is
mine
too.
is too.
Wow.
Mojos.
Huh.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go from the back and see if any is. Oh, whoa.
Amador. Rookie. That's cool.
And it's cut. That's pretty cool. I'm not mad at that.
Arena. Matthews. Smith.
Got all the easy names.
Clark. Yeah, these are all
Ooh,
very
the
easy.
generic names.
Tatis, there you
That's
go.
even not bad.
That's Mojos. There we go.
Wow. That's awesome.
Are these special packs? That shows you how much
Yamamoto.
Bowman I open.
Yeah, I
He's a
guess
good
I
one.
didn't even notice.
You
Is there-
don't, you don't have sleeves, do you?
I don't. I'm an.
We could give them to kids or something.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
heck
know.
yeah,
That's
we
probably a
will.
good idea.
Yeah, that's what we normally do, with the exception of what I just got from Andy Friedman. Have you been over there yet?
I have walked by his booth.
Dude,
but we-
his art. He started on Project 70, and now they got him doing pretty much
Oh my
everything
God.
tops. He's doing Star Wars. He's got a rated Wookiee.
I did see a Masters of the Universe He-Man over there too,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is pretty cool looking.
He's got Garbage Pail Kids. I think I said that
Were you
right.
a Garbage Pail guy?
Not. I thought they were funny, but I wasn't in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I missed it. Maybe it was before my time.
I think so
don't
too.
know.
Like I always saw him, I was like, "What is that? Why is that Cabbage Patch Kid like?"
I totally missed
throwing
that
up
trend
in
as a
the-
kid.
it was
Yeah,
weird.
Why is he,
Yeah, I
why
want
is
to
he doing
meet.
that?
I want to. Have you met anybody that's into it, like hardcore?
Not hardcore, but I feel like sneakily as like new sets have come out recently, people have started buying packs that I know, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know you were like a Garbage Pail guy. Like, and like, yeah, apparently more people are into it than I realized. Had
So,
no idea.
No, his art is outstanding.
So what'd you get?
So he gifted me a Ronnie Mauricio. I got a Pete Alonso because my favorite player was Howard Johnson. Once
Yeah.
Pete took over 20, number 20, I got his. So this is his rookie card, Pete
Oh, those are
Alonso.
nice looking.
Yeah. Then I got a 1 of 49 black and white Daryl Strawberry.
That's a name I know.
Yeah.
That's a name I know.
Then I had to go with the doctor. The doctor is in. Turn back the clock. Doc Gooden, 1984 rookie card. And then I was Team Todd Hundley. So when Mike Piazza joined, I was annoyed. Obviously, I was wrong. But I thought Todd Hundley deserved to be behind the plate. They moved him.
That's cool.
Yeah, they moved him to the outfield. Then he got injuries after injuries, and he ended up going to the West Coast to play. So yeah, Todd was my guy during the hard times and all that other stuff, especially after Hojo. Hojo is my goat. When I got to interview him, I was so nervous. I was literally like, he's like, "Yo, you
You're
hurt?"
shaking.
I was
You get the
shaking.
shakes?
Yeah, and
Wow.
I've interviewed way more celebrities, but that was my
Yeah.
guy.
Let the
Like,
record show
that's
you
like-
were not shaking as we're talking right
Yeah,
now.
thanks.
I'm,
No,
not, I'm not
stop.
very intimidated.
Yeah, I only screamed at you as soon as you sat down. I'm like, "Ah."
You did kind
Yo.
of run at me.
And
screaming.
then I couldn't find it in my trunk because it was a couple
I
days
was
ago.
wondering, what if I
So-
just got up and left?
Dude, I was so scared too.
He's just
Like,
leave.
because you never know. Like, you never know.
Just
You,
gonna go.
yeah, you got stuff to do, man.
Yeah, no, I
You're
got nothing.
creating
to do. I was just-
content, doing a lot of great stuff. So
This
Eh.
is the warm up day.
it
Things,
really is.
you know,
Yeah.
things we're easing into it, but it's gonna be crazy this weekend. I think it's gonna be
Yeah,
bananas.
I'm excited. Yeah, there's the list is always crazy. Like
Yeah.
Philly fans come out, they love it in drones. Doesn't matter what team is. They have memories, and every era is represented in such an awesome way. And then walk around and just see all these boots, and people are like, "Hey, I know you." I didn't have my credential yet. I was waiting. They're like, "Powers, you could just go." Like,
Oh, yeah.
So you're like, once you become like a part of the family, it's been great. I tell everybody this, dude. My first show, or maybe second show, I was sitting there. I had a hotel room. sitting at Buffalo Wild Wings. You guys invited me over to the
Oh,
table.
that was your first show?
Yeah, I think it
didn't
was
know
my
that was your first show.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, first in the
First,
team,
like, in the team.
doing stuff. Yeah, and it was a great feeling, and I'll never forget that. Look, man, yeah, we'll meet again. We'll talk later.
Hey, I appreciate you so
Return
much.
of the Mac, everybody. We'll be right back. Not with Mac, but maybe with somebody else. Maybe with Mac. Who knows? If I find more retail cards or something that maybe Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
just kidding.
rip anything.
Yeah. So we'll be right back. This is the Divide Live on Fox Sports Radio. All right, welcome back to the Divide Live, a Give Us a Shot Network podcast on Fox Sports Radio. You can find us on all platforms, and more importantly, at our home, giveusashot.network. Listen, I'm with a Marino. He's equally as iconic in these areas as a other Marino, but this is David Marino. David, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for not calling me down.
Did I do it right?
No, you did it perfectly.
Oh, let's
We nailed it.
Dude, so first off, you're a jack of all trades. I just asked you what your title was. You're like, I don't even know anymore. But what you did at the National, when I went in that room, I was invited to the trade night at the end. First off, like the amount of people that were trying to sneak in was ridiculous. People that didn't have signed up for the actual credentials or anything like that. But when you get in that room and you just see tables filled with people trading, there's a stage to the right, there's all different types of activations. I'm told you had a big part of that.
Yeah. So, it's pretty crazy. I think the secondary market value of those bracelets were $150.
That's insane.
Like literally, people are paying more to go to a trade night than most concerts.
Mhm.
It's really cool to see. The National's kind of the cornerstone of the hobby.
Yeah.
It's an event that I personally love very much. And having the opportunity to build the experiences around the National was something I jumped at. And, the board, the showrunners, JBJ, really, embraced the community and created this opportunity for people to kind of enjoy the National after hours. And
Yeah.
it's turned into something really cool.
No, it's awesome. My first trade night was just what it was. It was in a room with tons of, like you didn't want to bother people that were in the mood. So I was like a fly on the wall, just going through, not trying to bother anybody. Even like Sam, my man, the principal, he was like, Mike, not right now. Like, just let me be. I'm working on this. He was cooking on something nice. But like, it's pizza, and it's just people of the hobby trading their love things. But it was next level at the National. And when I look around the Philly show, Christy told me you are a huge contributor to everything you see, whether it's the activations, the sponsorships. So you want to talk about this show?
Yeah, I mean, it's really amazing how far along this industry has come in the past 6 years.
Right.
And there's definite, there's real momentum still, and I think that there's more opportunity. And Philly's a great sports town. It's really hard and painful for me to say as a Mets, Giants,
Let's
Yankees,
go.
Jets fan.
Let's go.
But Philly has this incredible love of their hometown heroes. And we were here in March, and we saw what this building was like.
Yeah.
After the Eagles won the Super
It
Bowl.
was insane.
And this is kind of grown into a celebration of Philly sports.
It really is. All different eras, all different teams. We had the Flyers Day on a Sunday. Bernie Parent, like that was just insane. So you're right. Like they are loyal to a fault. I love Philly. I'm from Brooklyn. I tell everybody
Where in
that.
Brooklyn are you from?
So originally Sunset Park. We moved over to Shore Road when my dad got a.
What's your favorite pizza place? This is gonna.
Dude, so
this
no, I
is-
can't.
nope,
I can't.
Nope,
I can't.
this is gonna end this conversation or really kick it off.
No, I'm not.
Go
I'm not.
for it.
I can't.
You
I
have
can't.
to.
I'm not. I'm
You
not
have
gonna
to.
do it because it's like picking your kids, man. Like
Pick
I
your
can't.
kid.
I'm not. I'll say the only thing that
How many kids do you have?
I only have one. That's the problem.
No, so you
yeah,
only have
right.
one pizza place.
Well, so in Philly, it's Angelo's. Like
I don't
that's
care
the only.
about Philly.
I get that.
New
I
York.
get that. You tell me yours. I'll tell you mine.
Spumoni Gardens.
All right, that's sad.
But number two, and this was my father's number one,
Okay.
was Totono's in Coney
Okay.
Island.
Okay.
That is like
That
the
is-
greatest coal oven in New York.
Yeah.
That
amen.
is. But Angelo's I hear is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard that there's this new place, Vetries, that's pretty good.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah. So dude, the funniest thing. So shout outs to Germ and Ty Edwards. They are my ride or dies. We've known each other since we were 14, 15. Took them to Red Hook for one of their bachelor parties. It was Ty's. And we played basketball against kids, and we actually beat them. So they're probably half our age. We beat them. We're like 40-year-old men telling them, like, hey, next time, you'll get them next time. And Germ kept saying he was going to buy pizza. And I'm like, all right, cool, man. Like, he gets the bill for 2 pies, and he's like, yo, this is over like 130 bucks.
Which place?
So it was in Red Hook. I don't know where he ordered. Slamming. You got a buffalo chicken and then like a regular pie. They were huge. Damn, why can't I remember? It's in Red Hook. It was in our house less than 15 minutes. Yeah, but he didn't expect he thought it'd be like 34. He thought he was buying Jersey pizza. I was like, nah, man, that's Brooklyn, bro.
No.
And like, he just needed 1 pie, maybe.
Next time you're in Red Hook, you have to go get the burger at Red Hook Tavern.
Yes, actually, we went there, and then we also went to that fish place, which was unbelievable.
The crab place?
Yes,
That
yes.
was very good.
Very expensive.
Very good.
I bought that dinner.
Very good. Very good.
No, and then
But back to Philly.
back to Philly.
Back
Sorry.
to Philly. It's all
Why
right. This is
we're-
what happens when New Yorkers invade your hometown.
I love it. I love it. Yo, dude, I've been here now. Fortunately, I love the fans. But for 16 years, so it's like when I get to go back home, it's awesome. I love Coney Island. I love the Cyclones. Baseball should always be in Brooklyn. And just walking that boardwalk, like it's so cool. The one thing I love about Brooklyn too is like even when they get rid of like the original steeplechase, the ride they put in place was called that. Like, so I think that's iconic, like paying homage to the rides that were there.
And I think that there were more injuries on the ride they replaced it with
I
than the original
know.
steeplechase.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
It's a fair
so,
point.
So it's just a cool vibe. I love it. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Like there's water and there's a city here. Like it's just like So, dude, there's nothing like Brooklyn. I love it. And so back to the Philly show, like you said, there's so many that. eBay studio is unbelievable. Talk about the partnership with eBay and what that means to this show.
I mean, eBay is, frankly, just the most incredible partner that somebody could have.
Right.
They led the charge, at the National this year with trade nights. I mean, you saw the production value that we were able to create. I mean, we had more LED screens at trade nights than most concerts,
Yeah.
right? Here they've been a supporter of the show now for 3 years.
Right.
They've really helped us expand. Like without being a shill for eBay.
Right.
It's just if you think about the hobby, like eBay is the place you've gone to sell cards for
Yeah.
20 plus years,
Amen.
right?
Amen.
Now they have eBay Live, which is an incredible platform. I think live commerce is going to become the conversation over the next 2-3 years for sure. You'll start to see the Amazons and the Walmarts and all of these companies, kind of embracing live commerce
Yeah.
across categories. But you have eBay Live here, bringing in athletes and great personalities, and but we've got great partners. The whole hobby comes here. You have PSA.
Yeah.
If you want to grade, you have Beckett, which is arguably the greatest legacy brand in the hobby. You have ComC and Pristine that are great services. But more importantly, tomorrow
Yeah.
we have the Mighty Ducks.
It's insane. I saw them back there. Like, it's just it's nuts to see. It's Sandlot, Mighty Ducks in the same room. Pete and Pete from Nickelodeon just sitting there with his kids. Smalls is back there in a Wawa shirt. I was cracking up. It's just.
If Goldberg doesn't come, I'll sit in for Goldberg. It'll be great. Nobody will know. I'll just sit there. I'll be like, I'm Goldberg, signing
It's
autographs.
like way to come back, and
Yeah.
he's had a journey in life, man. But he was definitely, dude. That it's just nostalgia. It's unique too. Like I'm like, man, I wish there was like maybe we get Friedman to do it, but like make cards of all those movies because I don't care if you're 8 or 80, you've seen The Sandlot. and it matters to you.
Well, think about why everyone's here, right?
Yeah.
It's about the affinity that you have for
Yeah.
these teams, these athletes, these heroes, and why doesn't that extend in a bigger way to movies?
Yeah.
Like, listen, my childhood crush, and I apologize, I'm not going to remember her name, but my childhood crush
female goalie?
is here tomorrow. Yeah, but she was also
yes.
the female love interest in Rookie of the Year.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Jeez.
Like every one of my favorite movies.
Oh my God. And we just saw him at the National.
Yeah.
Dude, and he does that Henry Rosengartner like in his voice. It's insane. But we all just stood there shocked. But yeah, I saw her back there today, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh my God, that struck a chord. Like I remember, and one of the girls I dated who tragically passed away early in life.
Sorry to hear.
No, yeah, it sucked. She was a softball player in a collegiate softball player and got killed by a drunk driver. But one of the reasons why I was attracted to her was because she was that version in my life of me watching the movies. The funniest thing about the Mighty Ducks, and I don't know if you've ever seen this, but Bombay's like stats and stuff. If they were real, he would have scored like 9 points per game, like it was insane. Like so, based off of that. So it's funny how movies like are made and they mean so much. Like I'll never forget the July 4th scene in The Sandlot. Like it's like that's every kid's dream to play with your friends under the lights. And like I know kids get to do it now nonstop, but back then you couldn't. And like I said, I'm from an era where riding your bike and grabbing your mitt and trying to find a bat and a ball was something we did every day.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, listen, there's Brooklyn Day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
stick ball. Like
who knows what stickball is?
That's so when we moved to LBI, and I swear, every summer I'd go back to Brooklyn. So wherever everybody else is going to the shore, I'm going back to my grandma's for at least a month in Sunset Park and playing with my
Is
friends.
Randazzo's in Sunset Park?
Yes, it is. Yeah. So, and I'll tell you off the air why I couldn't tell you my favorite too, because there's a reason. And so the biggest thing that I noticed with any of these is like the family, right? The family aspect of it. It's dads. I just saw a dad negotiating with his son about like if they were going to buy this piece. And that's just so cool because like some of my memories with my dad are like not traditional ones. They're the ones where I got to do something. I'm one of 6. So it's where I got to do something with him one-on-one. And to see that, regardless if it's always one-on-one, like look right there. Like, right? Yeah. How cool is that? And it's just like, and moms and daughters, like,
sure.
it's just, the hobby has grown so much better. And I think it's tremendous.
I'll tell you one better. So
Yeah.
my dad was 44 when he had me.
Yeah.
So picture me like rambunctious ADHD kid. So my dad used to drop me off at a card store when he needed to do work. 9 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old at our beach house. And he'd hand the guy, doesn't matter how much, but enough. Make it last 3 hours. Make it last 4 hours. And I would just sit there and rip open cards.
That's great.
And get, cases of cards coming home because back then cards weren't $10,000 a case.
Yeah.
They were $600, whatever, right? But like crazy. But it was like my release. It was my time. It was something I did with my dad. It was great.
Yeah.
Thank God they didn't have Pokemon back then.
Right.
Like
right.
Magic first came out.
Just
And
came
I
out.
remember when Magic came out, I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
And it was so expensive back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
But bringing it back to Philly in the show,
Yeah.
you've got 90 TCG tables here now, right? Like 2 years ago, the show was 70,000 square feet, sports trading cards, memorabilia, autographs. Now you have 90 Pokemon, Magic, TCG vendors. That's growing. And guess what?
What's that?
eBay is going to be supporting that too.
That's
you know,
tremendous.
But the thing is, it's the correlation between everything. So
No.
Beckett grades Mango, Beckett grades TCG, CGC grades TCG. That's what they're known for.
Right.
PSA, like everybody wants a PSA 10 anything.
Amen.
But PSA 10 Pokemon cards, they're through the roof right now.
Yeah.
So my assumption is, to your point, you're going to see a ton of moms, dads, children, families here just in this Pokemon area,
Right.
forgetting the card show aspect.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, The Eagles are playing at home on Sunday.
I know. Yeah.
I guarantee this card show will be great.
Yeah. Amen, brother. It's going to be a tremendous time. This is unreal. Just walking through this and seeing the interactions, everybody. The fact that sneakers are now making it into the Philly show is tremendous. I love the integration with art. Like I said, you walk through there. There's a couple galas and stuff of sports memorabilia that's converted into cards, that's made into paintings, and it's just, dude, this is
Dude,
unreal.
There's a vintage T-shirt and like clothing set up in the front left corner.
Right.
I'm gonna go buy like $500 in starter jackets. Fanatics just created their own vintage line. It's actual vintage clothing that they've like cleaned up and like
Oh, wow.
they curated it. It's actually pretty
Right.
cool.
Right.
But like at the end of the day, like I'm gonna go pick up a
Dude.
New York guy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We'll go pick up an Eagle starter jacket,
dude. I didn't care.
just because it's cool.
Yeah, I think I had a Hornets one. Like as a kid, I didn't care. You just
The Hornets
wanted-
ones were the cool.
Yeah,
They were
the
the coolest.
one, right?
Larry
Yeah,
Johnson,
yeah.
Grandmama was like, "Hello." That was epic.
Amen.
That was culture. I'll never the chasing Chris Webber cards and the old Golden State Warriors hats.
Yeah. That's
Hornets hats.
yeah, dude. And
Magic with Shaq.
I had the 45 Jordan. I think I was like third or fourth grade at that time, and it was just so cool. He's back. The Space Jam stuff. The nostalgia was real back then.
I was never a Space Jam guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh,
But my kid looks like Bugs Bunny now. I swear to God. It's crazy. Yeah. It's wild. Hold on. We're gonna do this. This is what
I'm
dads
so
do.
scared. I'm so
Yeah,
scared.
it's wild.
That is so funny.
Yeah. Give me that. If his teeth stay that way,
Oh, stop.
he's
That's
gonna
I
be
love
Bugs
it.
Bunny for
That's
Halloween.
so great. That is so epic, dude. Congrats. Mine's 9. She started pitching in softball. She's a lefty. I'm teaching her first base because that was my first love. Was that corner? I learned that from Keith Hernandez. So yeah, man, dude, this has been tremendous. Thank you for keeping this show growing. Like that's your job. Like all these shows. Like it's tremendous. Like I said, I had a blast at the National. It was
Well,
a bucket list event, but these Philly shows are nothing. There's nothing like it.
Joe took over the show, I think 7 or 8 years ago now. It was at the Valley Forge Casino.
Mhm.
He really grew this into a monster.
Yeah.
But we're celebrating the 50th anniversary. Like think
Yeah.
about it. This show's been around for 50
It's
years.
insane.
This show predates the National by 5 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we just had our 45th National. The National started
Mhm.
in a hotel ballroom at LAX. It was 10,000 square feet in
Right.
1980. You're probably lucky to have 1,000
Yeah.
people there.
Mhm.
And you saw it. There
Yeah.
was, I mean, we don't need to get into numbers, but the sheer volume
Yeah.
of people walking through that room was
Yeah.
insane.
And what's also crazy is, as a kid, and I don't know if you had the same experience, ride my bike to my card store and it's closed, and I'm like, why? Because they're at a show, right? And then so I'm like, hey man, like we came here and you were closed, and he's like, Michael, like you're gonna buy like $12 today from me, and I love you and I want you to buy it, but I made hundreds of thousands over there. And I couldn't understand it. And then eventually they closed their shop, put it into their home. But now you're seeing the reverse. Like, right? So the hobby has gotten so big again that the shows are now, guys like Tom Brady have their own stores.
Yeah, but I think you have to remember, like, this is beautiful and this is great. Like this boom happened in the 90s,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like 1990 to 97, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like you had this,
Yeah.
was it the 93 National in Anaheim was probably bigger than the national, or third biggest now, but it was just as big as it is now. Like there is a cyclicality to it. Now I think social media changes things in a big way.
Right.
But what's really cool about, and having experienced both booms,
Yeah.
right? One as a kid and one now as an adult,
Mhm.
I have more passion for it now.
Amen.
And you can see,
Yeah.
people have more passion for it. And now there's way more money involved, but
Yeah.
realistically, like, it's probably similar dollars, in
That's
different
fair.
eras. So,
Yeah.
I think that, you're not going to see the drop off. I think, this community is is what's tying everyone together, and that's kind of what I draw to.
Yeah, I love that, man. And you know, like I said, it's been epic to share with our spawns, right? My daughter and I, we open packs all the time. There's all these other things like the surprise toys and getting ultra rares that I think are like gatewaying, you know, our kids, younger kids, into the sports memorabilia and the trading. So it's been. I just love this, man. I can't. I'll talk to you all day long. I'm gonna leave. We're gonna leave on this. What do you think about our playoff chances as New York Mets fans and where we're going?
I'd rather be a Phillies fan.
Yeah, and I get that. I get that a lot.
Listen, I'll tell you one thing. Stevie Cohen is probably one of the best owners in
Amen.
sports.
Amen.
You do not have a better owner than Stevie Cohen
Fair.
from you know, he's emotionally invested in the team's success. He's financially invested in the
Right.
team's success. He truly cares, and he cares about the players.
Yeah.
Right. And not putting the Wilpons down, but you know, I've spoken to former players that think the world of Stevie because he brought them back in too.
Yeah.
Right?
Amen. Yeah.
And he wants them to be a part of the organization.
right.
I love the Mets long term.
Mhm.
You know, listen, it's growing pains, right?
Yeah.
You got Jonah Tong,
Dude,
that kid.
yeah,
After Machado almost took him, or did he hit a home run?
he did.
Whatever.
Right.
He pitched a gem.
he did. He
He
really
pitched a
did.
gem.
He really did.
He
Yeah.
found his groove. He believed
Yeah.
in his fastball,
Yeah.
and like I believe in that team. I'd rather be a Phillies fan today.
Did you see when Tong told him he was gonna get a second start, and he's like, "This is awesome." It was like what a kid would say.
Yeah.
Like it was
He's
like
literally
rookie of the year.
Exactly. 100%.
Want to tie that up in a bow. But look, man, like I get you. It's still more fun being a Met fan. I like as far as like when Pete Alonso hit that home run against Milwaukee last year, and then he had a similar one about 3 or 4 days ago in San Diego to really make us back, or in City.
I wish
the
Pete Alonso
walk-off.
was a Yankee.
Really?
100%.
Oh man.
Can you imagine Judge and Pete?
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah, no doubt. Like also, like Bryce Harper was trying to get Pete Alonso on the Phillies. Could you imagine that? You know that'd be
Now Trout would go.
yeah. Trout
Trout's
is.
gonna come. To
I
the
think
Phillies.
it's
If Trout comes to the Phillies,
Mhm.
by the way, Trout's a huge sports card guy.
yeah,
This would be
mega.
like
Yeah.
this would be Mike Trout's
Yeah.
dream city,
Yep,
right?
Yep.
Card show 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Play baseball in my hometown.
Yeah. Done.
Done.
Yeah. Lights out. I mean, he's been to more Eagles playoff games than he's been to his own playoff games. So, and that's not a shot at him. That's how great the Eagles have been. But look, man, this is. Yeah, I'm excited for everything going on in New York and in Philly. Like, it's good to have competition. Harrison Bader was a
Harrison Bader went to Horseman.
yeah, he did, and he was with Pete with Syracuse. They
Went to
were-
my
yeah,
went to my high school.
that's so awesome. But yeah, dude, for me, like Bader just is the best acquisition on the at the trade deadline for sure. And shout outs to the Phillies for getting him. Listen, this is the Philly show on Mike Powers, the Divide Live. I'm with David Marino, the guy that pretty much has his hands in all this. Is that fair? Is that a good title? I'm gonna keep working on your title till we get it.
We'll figure something out. Just happy to be here.
Man, I can't wait to see you again. What do you got up? What's your next move? You got anything cooking?
What do I got cooking?
Mhm.
We got a lot cooking. But looking forward to Philly in December. That's a really cool card.
Sam, come tell us, what is that?
I sold my my Black Label Iverson. Oh yeah. Oh, I sold a really rare Allen Iverson card. It was fun.
Are you,
We're
you got-
happy.
You're happy?
We're
Good.
happy.
That's all that matters.
Um,
And I'm sure that guy's happy too.
we're
or girl.
looking forward to December. Looking forward to celebrating 50 years. Like
Amen.
that's and you know, Joe, the owner of the show,
Mhm.
you know, March was insane.
Yeah.
With Joe's luck, maybe you'll have, you know, a Phillies playoff celebration and an Eagles playoff celebration. We'll see. This could be a big year for the
What he
Phillies
did
show.
at Stateside Live, formerly Xfinity Live, with the Phillies, top notch, dude.
Yeah.
It was unreal. So
Very cool.
Joe's the man. I saw him at the National, and he's like, he was just everybody was working hard, and it's just so cool to see you guys all doing your thing, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. So thank you, man.
Dude, thank
I'll
you.
talk to you later.
Appreciate it.
We'll be right back. This is Mike Powers on the Divide Live. All right, and welcome back to the Divide Live. We're wrapping up from day one at the Philly show. This has been awesome. I'm here with my buddy Miguel. Miguel, I told you no curveballs, but I lied. No, I'm just kidding. We're all tired. It's a late first start. You know, it's a lot going on. I see the guys going over, I think, the trade night. Look, man, I wanted to ask something because the first time we met, you had an amazing piece of art. Like, I don't want to call it just a sign. It's an amazing piece of art. And I saw it at the National. It's not with you today, or is it?
No, because
Right.
there's no one available to sign it
Yeah.
that hasn't signed it already
Amen.
on the basketball side. So,
Anybody left?
so I'm at 70 after Hall of Fame inductions,
Okay.
which was 2 weekends ago.
Okay.
So that was the Dwight Howard, Carmelo Anthony, Sue Bird, Redeem Team class that just got inducted or enshrined. I got a couple of autographs there. Most interesting one was Dwight Howard inside of Tao.
Oh.
So he was going to sign it at the National, and I told him it would mean more if he signed it in Springfield or during that weekend.
Yeah.
So at Mohegan Sun, where day one is, where they get their rings and their jackets,
Right.
he had a sit-down dinner as opposed to a party, which I thought was better, with his significant other and his kids. And he was so excited. Like, imagine it's like dark ambiance. You got like
Yeah.
40 people that you're hosting to give thanks
Wow.
for whichever part in his career that, you help him get to the pinnacle. And he got inducted twice because he's a Redeem Team 2008 member
Right.
and as a player.
Ah, that's unbelievable.
So he popped up as if, oh my goodness, like he was getting a check for like $10 million.
That's
Like,
incredible.
He got up and came over, signed. He was gracious inside of a restaurant, you know. So I thought that was great. But that's the one great moment as of the National.
Yeah, I want to share something because you inspired me. I got a piece of the Citi Field wall. I guess it was like they removed some of the pieces, or when they brought the Great Wall of Flushing in, they had all these extra pieces. So they were. It was a fundraiser, charity event, and all the money went to the Mets Foundation. So I bought it, and so I'm going down. I felt like you because I'm on the train. And like people are like, "Where did you get that?" I was like, "I took it off the wall," you know, like and all this other stuff. Like people were like, nobody wanted to sit next to me. Somebody was whispering like, "Should we call the authorities?" It was funny. I had a receipt. It had an MLB
Authentication sticker?
on it. Yeah, but
He did not steal this one.
yeah. So my plan is, I don't know if I want to do like Mets retired numbers or just any Met, because like I love Howard Johnson. I shared this all throughout the freaking day, but only guy that I was shaking interviewing. I've had A-Rod on. I've had a bunch of guys. But when I got Hojo, I was nervous. And he's like, "Yo, dude, you all right?" Like, and I was like,
You
"Yeah, I'm
don't
all right."
understand.
I was like, "Yeah, you don't understand. This is my guy." Yeah, I'm going to use that piece and start getting signatures. So I can't wait to share my journey with that.
How big is the piece?
So it's about the size of a sound bar. Like
Okay.
Yeah, like it's like this high and then like this length of like a 60-inch TV.
Okay.
To really, isn't that a weird measurement?
No, but you know what?
America will use anything but the metric system. No,
Right,
you know,
right. So I would do, which I didn't do,
Uh-huh.
because some of the autos are kind of big. So
Okay.
like when Michael Cooper signed, it were as if, oh,
It was
I'm
just
the
his
only person
sign.
in the Hall of Fame. Let me go, Michael Cooper.
So should I do what they do back
Electrical
there?
tape?
Yes.
Yes, you should
Dude.
do that.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen,
then-
that is a trick of the trade that Miguel just shared with you. When you're asking, especially if you ship your product out to some of these shows, because I saw Brendan Graham last time he was here. He had a line of stuff where people, sent it in, and there was specific masking tape or electrical tape around it to make sure that that's exactly where the signature went. With arrows and all this craziness on it.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So the
yeah.
craziest one I saw at the National was Cheryl Miller,
Mhm.
and someone told me, like an OG said, oh, when people are doing multiple items. So it's Cheryl Miller, 9 inscriptions
Wow.
on 2 numbers, and I'm like, she's looking at the chart,
Yeah.
putting Player of the Year 2 times, national champion 2 times, Hall of Famer.
That's incredible.
So when I saw that,
Mhm.
that's another little tidbit. If you could get a chart like for numbers. If you're getting the back of a jersey sign,
Yeah.
then you could tell, whoever's getting the autograph for you, if you're not there in person, these are the specific spots I want the inscriptions to go.
Gotcha. Does that add any value when they add their? Is that for them, like to say like if it says such and such Hall of Famer or anything?
Well, I think it adds value if for the first 10,000
Okay.
autographs, it was
Okay.
just the name and the nickname
Yeah.
and Hall of Fame.
Uh-huh.
Then you went beyond that because you're adding everything.
Everything. Okay. Cool, man.
Yep.
Look, I promised I wouldn't waste much of your time. We got about like 60 seconds left. Principal Sam is out there
Yes.
giving cards to kids. I mean, I'm going to take a picture of that. Like, talk about
Absolutely.
being on camera, but also wanting to take a picture of my guy.
Absolutely.
This whole crew is outstanding. I'm so honored to meet you all and be a part of this. You know, you got freaking the Bronx Zoo, who's probably the biggest influencer in the world, behind the scenes, taking pictures of people. But, you know, Sam's just out there training with the kids right now is tremendous. And the stuff Sam's doing to, one, teach our youth business, but also grow the hobby is tremendous. And he's the right guy for that. And I'm honored to be there. But yeah, Philly Show, we're going to keep rocking. If you're here tomorrow, the Sandlot, the Mighty Ducks, John Kruk, the list just goes on and on. I don't want to leave people out. I think Reggie Jackson's here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 4 Hall of Famers on the
Okay.
baseball side here.
All right.
I do have a baseball sign, but I want to finish one project
Yeah,
first.
I was gonna say, yeah, but I'll keep you posted on my City Field wall journey for sure.
Yes.
I gotta have my boy Todd Frazier do the first one because he's my guy.
Okay.
So yeah, we
That's
raise
awesome.
a lot of money for the Children's Hospital together, and anytime I need him, he's there in my corner. So shout outs to Todd for that. So he'll be the first one. He'll reluctantly sign it because even though he was a Met for like 4 or 5 years,
Mhm.
and he was a Yankee for like 3 months as a rental, he bleeds pinstripes for whatever reason. But his son Blake is a Met fan, so
Okay.
shout outs to Blake. Blake's the man. Todd's not. Philly Show, Divide Live, incredible. Christy, she's amazing. Miguel, shout outs to Mac. Shout outs to Alex. Shout outs to Friedman right there,
Yep.
artist.
Yep.
Unreal dude. Andy Friedman, just an awesome dude. Gifted me. I bought a bunch of these. I bought Daryl. I bought Gooden. I bought Alonzo. And then I bought Todd Hundley too. I almost didn't buy this, but Hundley was my favorite guy. And I was gutted when we got Piazza. Obviously, I was wrong. Piazza was the right
course.
choice, but he was still my guy, and I wished well for him. But it also gives you a bio about Andy, so I thought that I was like, oh, I got to get that. And then he gifted me a rookie card of Ronnie Mauricio. So
Okay.
that was unreal. I didn't expect that. I didn't want it. He gifted it to me, and a tremendous shout out to Andy for that. Yeah. Go to phillyshow.com, check us out. Go to the Give Us a Shot network. I want to thank TickPick, our sponsor. The best pricing around, and no hidden fees.
No fees.
They've always done it from day one. Shout outs to TickPick. Also, the fan experience stuff they do, whether it be the Eagles, the Jets, the Rams, you name it, the Vikings, they got them all, the Twins, the list goes on and on. But you could download the TickPick app, check them out. Pick your teams, pick your favorite hobby. It's wrestling, whatever, concerts. Soon to have an iHeart version of it as well. But tickpick.com or anywhere you can download your favorite app. This is Mike Powers with Miguel wrapping it up from the Philly Show. This has been The Divide Live on Fox Sports Radio, powered by the Give Us a Shot Network. Have a great night.